Welcome back, everyone. I'm Robbie.
I'm Jye.
And Spike Lee's latest film has just come out. Probably going to be a big talked about one leading up to the Oscars. Very good chance. BlacKkKlansman. Here are our thoughts.
Hit it!
Hello, this is Ron Stallworth calling. Who am I speaking with?
This is David Duke.
Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. That David Duke?
God, last time I checked. What can I do you for?
Well, since you asked, I hate blacks. I hate Jews, Mexicans and Irish, Italians and Chinese. But my mouth to God's ears, I really hate those black rats. And anyone else, really, that doesn't have pure white Aryan blood running through their veins.
I'm happy to be talking to a true white American.
God bless white America.
BlacKkKlansman was directed by Spike Lee and it stars John David Washington, Adam Driver, and Topher Grace.
Yeah, it's based on the true story of Ron Stallworth. Is that that's his actual name?
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much he infiltrates the KKK in 1979, was it
I
set?
can't remember the exact date, but it's in the 70s, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, he's a black policeman.
He's the first one in the Colorado Springs Police Department.
And he decides to take on the Colorado Springs division of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
And...
Or chapter, I think they're called, instead of division. They're called chapter. Something like that.
Who cares?
Yeah.
And, yeah, and it makes for a damn entertaining movie.
Yeah, a powerful movie.
Yeah. This is actually going to be one of my favourites of the year, I think.
It's close. I don't think it's quite made my top 10, but it's definitely a runner-up.
Yeah. I'm going to start off with something I don't usually talk about. I know you do, but I usually don't. One thing I noticed, because this was straight away, the score of this movie, I really liked.
It was good.
I really liked the score, the music for this film. It was, grabbed me right off the bat, just with the guitars and the... It was good. Did you like it? Or am I just crazy?
I did like it. I wasn't...
Usually you're the score guy.
I wasn't like I didn't love it, but I thought it was very effective when it needed to be effective.
Okay.
There are certain moments where it really did shine. There were some music choices, not with the score, just with songs that Spike Lee chose.
Yeah.
I get why he chose them, because it's in the 70s and he's picked 70s relevant songs. But there were moments where there was pretty heavy stuff going on, and I get he's probably just trying to like juxtapose it like you often see in films. But I think it would be more effective if he'd had the dramatic score during those moments, or during that one particular moment I thought needed it.
Yeah.
But no, as a whole, the music was very good.
So no, I thought it fit perfectly. I really liked it. Now going on to the story in the movie itself.
So yeah, it's a true story about like Jye said, Ron Stallworth attempting to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah. It's actually a story that I'd never heard of before seeing this movie. So after we watched the movie, I read up a bit about it, and it was a bit disappointing to find out that certain
bits
events
that you see
were
in the movie
completely fictionalized for the film. Certain payoff events too, which
there was one really satisfying bit which I was disappointed to learn wasn't actually true.
But for the most part, this is great.
Yeah.
And I thought Adam Driver and John David Washington were excellent. They were both excellent.
Yeah. They really complement each other, because this was a very unique type of infiltration where pretty much John David Washington, he is the voice on the phone of Ron Stallworth,
and Adam Driver has to obviously be the face, because
obviously Ron Stallworth being a black man, unfortunately, of course he's not going to be welcoming the Ku Klux Klan.
And there's many like comedic scenes, like it's like he tells the officers that he wants to do this, and they're like, I don't think you should go to that meeting. So there are like some darkly comedic moments in the film, which I think worked quite well.
I don't look at this as a comedy though. Like I know,
definitely not.
I know some people said, oh, it's a dark comedy, it's drama and comedy. Like no, it's a hard hitting drama that has elements of humor which just I think needed a needed breather in between the really intense moments.
Yeah, I definitely think there are comedic moments in the film.
Oh, for sure.
But there's no way I would describe this as a comedy, which is something I think the marketing for the film is getting a bit wrong. Like it is kind of marketed
as a black humor, as black comedy.
As a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. So don't go in expecting a fun like a fun time.
It's not it sometimes even marks a bit like, you know, the Coen Brothers, where it is stuff that you shouldn't be laughing at, but it is humor.
I thought, judging by the trailers, I thought the movie was going to be more along the lines of something like Inglourious Bastards, kind of like a fictionalized version of
Django
historic events,
kind of thing. Yeah.
Which is, this movie is not like that. It's kind of, I don't want to talk about too many key scenes in the film because I don't really want to, because it kind of builds up to each kind of important scene. There's build up to it, so I don't really want to say. And
there's moments that aren't revealed in the trailer that I'm so glad it didn't reveal, because
because you would have been like, oh, that hasn't happened. I'm waiting for this. I thought the acting from everyone, I think, was excellent.
Topher Grace was very good.
I was surprised that Topher Grace's character entered so late into the film. He is really only in the second half of the film.
Topher Grace plays David Duke.
Yes.
I think they call him the Grand Wizard.
The Grand Wizard
of the clan. And he appears.
He's mentioned throughout.
Yeah, you feel his presence throughout the film. But he doesn't actually appear in person until later on. But when he does appear, he's really, really good. There's also so you've got the main two, and then who are Adam Driver and John David Washington, and then you've got I think her name was Patrice.
Yes.
The girlfriend or love interest. Her storyline was good. At times, I thought it took away a little bit from the main storyline. I thought it spent a bit too much time with her.
Okay, no, I liked her character. It's hard. This is really hard to talk about without ruining the film.
So my overall thoughts of the film, I really like. When I say I like, I don't get entertainment value out of them, but I really, I get a lot from watching movies like this, like The Help, Hidden Figures.
Right.
I really like those kind of movies. They are very emotionally told films. They are very powerful films.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is in a different vein to The Help and Hidden Figures. Hidden Figures and The Help were more uplifting films.
Mm-hmm.
This one is definitely much more like the darker aspect of racism. Not that racism is ever happy, but this is obviously like the more hard hitting. Like it went with the Ku Klux Klan. It's never going to end on a happy note. This one and you know the other ones, you know, had moments where that definitely made me sad. You know, that make you angry as to what's happening on screen.
Yeah.
This one, there's moments where I feel physically sick watching things happening on screen.
Yeah.
There's a few moments where.
I think that's just Spike Lee's style. Like, he doesn't shy away from
which I'm so glad he didn't.
Yeah, like in all his films, he doesn't really, not all of them, but like the majority of them, he doesn't shy away from like really, you know, using the terms and the imagery and like just everything, like the real life kind of stuff.
Having said that, I do think while the film was extremely powerful and I thought it was fantastic, there were some filmmaking choices that slightly detracted from the overall experience.
Yeah. I don't think we should go into too much detail about which set, because a few of them are spoilers. I will say we disagree on a few of Spike Lee's choices, the way he's made the film. I've liked some things where Rob didn't, and vice versa. I think overall it's fine. If I'm going to compare this to Spike Lee's other films, I'd say this is probably my favourite of his films, tied with Do the Right Thing. I really love that movie.
I find that Spike Lee, and I get he's out to make a point, and it's a very important point, but I find he can be a bit too preachy at times with the way he goes about it.
Yeah.
This one does verge a little bit. Like, there's a few times when, you know, you see a visual, and I mean, they say a picture paints 1,000 words, and it's so true. All you need to do is show us what's happening, and we get it.
This is my problem with something towards the end.
Sometimes he drills it in a bit too much, and it takes away from the impact of it, I find.
Yeah, I think the film was powerful, got the message across, and was subtle enough that when you watch the film, you know exactly what they're talking about. There is points at the end and towards the end where they just drill it home. And it's like, this is what we're talking about.
That's not the bit that I took away from it. It's during the film.
Yeah, well, this the bit that I'm talking about was just kind of like, I get why it's there. I'm not against it being there. I just think the film did a fine enough job of really conveying that message when, you know.
Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from. But you know, but as a whole, this is definitely his most concise film. Like, he's definitely far more focused on the story here than just preaching to us about. Obviously this one's obviously the film's about racism, but it's good. It's very, very good.
Yeah, this is a great movie.
What are you giving it?
I'm going 4 stars. I really like this.
Yeah, I'm going 4 stars as well. I think it's definitely one of the best dramas of the year. Like I said, it's probably not going to crack my top 10 in films overall, but I think it's definitely going to be talked about at the Oscars. I think it's definitely a candidate for a Best Picture nominee.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
we'll see what the Academy thinks.
Yeah, especially now they got the new Best Popular Movie category, whatever it is.
Yeah. We need the Avengers to win something.
We must unite and organize to fight racism.
Are you down for the liberation of black people?
Power to the people.
All power to all the people.
All power to all the people.
That's right, sister.
For you, it's a crusade. For me, it's a job.
You're Jewish. That hatred, doesn't that piss you off?
You're taking this Jew lie detector test.
Why are you acting like you ain't got skin in the game?
I'm telling you, the wars are coming.
Black power! Black power!
Knights of the Ku Klux Klan.
That's us. Stallworth brothers. We're on a roll, baby. America first.
America first! America first!
If I would have known this was a Klan meeting, I wouldn't have taken this mother.
Thanks for watching, guys. Tell us what you thought of BlacKkKlansman. We always love to hear comments from you, and keep an eye out for our upcoming reviews. We've got The Happy Time Murders, and next week will be Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, that's the next big release after. Yeah.
So yeah, look out for them on the channel soon, and until next time, we'll see you at the movies.